Welcome to episode number 5 of Scribble Artworks by Troy Thomas. My name is Troy Thomas. I'm an artist. I work in many different mediums and many different genres, mostly with geometric abstraction. In this episode, I'm going to cover some artworks that I've created in the second half of 2015. I have a lot of artworks to go through, so let's jump right in with the first piece, created on July 8th of 2015. This one is called Spin the Wheel. It's 11 inches by 14 inches on Bristol board. This was created with just ballpoint pens and nothing else. Let's count the pencil that I used to sketch this out first. But other than that, pencil was laid down to draw the design, then it was erased, and I used ballpoint pen for the rest of it. All right, first one down, second piece. This one is called CCC. Each of those words are actually spelled different. CEESEESEA. I don't know why. It's just a bunch of C's, but I had to give it kind of a different name. So these might be colors you see in the sea. Did this in July 2015 also. And it's 11 inches by 14 inches. Ballpoint pen. I believe these were Papermate Inkjoy pens that I used for this piece. This one's a little bit different. It's called Handles. 11 inches by 14 inches again. Also in July. Symmetrical, a lot of circles here. The reason I gave it Handles as the title, just kind of remind me of some handles on some of the older dressers. What would you have called it? This one's called Soften the Load. July 2015. This one I didn't color in the background as much as I usually do with like I did all the other pieces. So I left a lot of white showing through. Even throughout these circles, a lot of white showing through there. So it gives you a little bit different color. Soften the load. These three bigger circles kind of remind me of we have these wool balls that we throw into the dryer with when we dry clothes. Yeah, kind of remind me of that. Now if you see up close, it kind of looks like fibers. See farther back. Now let's move on. Like I said, I got a lot of pieces to go through, so I can't be spending too much time on these. This one's called Trifecta. I did this in August of 2015. I believe it's just on drawing paper, 11 inches by 14 inches, and just ballpoint pen. More circles. This one's called Different Folks. August 2015, 11 inches by 14 inches. So you can see here, quite dense with these colors here, so not much white showing through on a lot of these areas. So colors are a lot richer on this piece than some of the others. Yeah, like bend the page so you can kind of see all of it, otherwise you get the glare from the light. Did a couple small pieces here. These are 8 by 10. It's on Bristol board. I did this in August 2015, called it Raining on the Lake. This piece here, I started doing a little bit fuzzier lines. So kind of like shades out a little bit, fades out. Which I really liked that effect, so I did that quite a bit more in my later pieces, you'll see, but you think from farther away. So much stuff going on in the background back there, kind of blends in maybe. So, raining on the lake, kind of remind me of a little water drop, and then you get the little tiny waves rippling up. This piece is called Combe, 8 inches by 10 inches. I did this in August 2015. This piece here I actually left completely white up at the top here, and then actually I used micron, yellow micron. It'd be a little difficult to see, but there's yellow there, and then it blends into the rest of the piece's ballpoint pen. This one's called Roundabouts, another 8 by 10. Did this in September. This is the first piece I used the white, a white pen actually. One of my friends gave me a white pen and told me to give it a try. So this is the first piece, I think this is the first piece I used the white pen on. And here's another one, feels like I did in drawing paper. Arcade in the 80s. Did this September 2015. Kind of remind me of an arcade game that I would play as a kid. Simple graphics. Bunch of circles here. Background, not much pen in the background, just one single color, but very loose. So a lot of white showing through. All the other color fields are 2 different color pen per field. Well, here's something that I tried different. Did this on watercolor paper. This is, I believe, like 6 inches by 12 inch, or yeah, I think 6 by 12. So on this piece here, I actually did the background with watercolor first, and then I went over top of it with ballpoint pen. I like the way it looked. I only did 2 of these. I got one more coming up, but I only did 2 with the watercolor. I really like it. I should do some more of these, different sizes, larger sizes. This is called Logs. I did this in September 2015. This piece is called Elevators. Did this in September 2015. Just ballpoint pen. Here's another one I used, the white pen. It didn't show up white. I don't know if maybe I tried it too soon. Maybe the colors here that I used weren't quite dry, or I don't know. For some reason it took on a different color there. All right, so here's the other one where I did some watercolor. This one's called Sunspots Falling. Watercolor and ballpoint pen. Like glowing. The light is like really shining on it. All right, got a lot more to go through. I gotta go quick. We're already 9 minutes into this. All right, so this one is called Hot and Cold. This is done, or I did this in October 2015. Not much to talk about there. Since I had the reds and the bluish greens, that's the only reason why I gave it the name Hot and Cold. Sometimes I have trouble coming up with names. This one was Chameleon Vision. I did this in October. Bunch of circles. This pink pen, and there is yellow in here, which is from a micron, Sakura Pigma micron pens. And Chameleon Visions this remind me of a chameleon's eye. I mentioned before that most of the time the titles I have for my pieces are titles I think of after the artwork is already done. I sit back, I look at it and determine what I see, and then I'm give it a name to what I see. This one's called Portal. It's a small one. The artwork area is 5x7 and it's on 8x10 Bristol board. I did this in October 2015. This one's called Famous Ones. Ballpoint pen and the Micron pen. All right, move on. Smaller one again, 5x7 on 8x10. This is called Get in the Ring. Abstract, kind of look like it's 2 circles, represents a figure, and got some ropes in a boxing ring. That's what I saw. What do you see? This one's called Keyhole. Did this in November 2015. Show the whole thing there. The reason I gave it that name is because like this little slot there kind of remind me of a key. So going into a hole or going into a keyhole to unlock the door. All ballpoint pen. Called this one Ring Toss. Another one from November. One thing with these, like the background here, I only used one color pen, just a green pen for this background. It's actually very difficult to keep the consistency of the scribbles throughout the whole background when I have such a large area using the same color. So a lot of my pieces, I really don't like using such a large background area or just a large area with one single color. Although you'll see in the next piece a larger background also. So Ring Toss, November 2015, 11 by 14 inches. Another 11 by 14, this one's called Floating Labyrinth. This was a lot of fun to do. I had never done a labyrinth before, so I had to do some research on it and figure out how to draw it. And once I figured it out, it was a lot of fun. All right, this one is called Red Moon. Did this in December of 2015. So this one started experimenting a little bit more. Up top here is just all ballpoint pen. Down here is actually acrylic. I think it was an acrylic marker. And then the white ballpoint pen. So ballpoint pen and acrylic for this piece here. 11 inches by 14 inches. 2 more pieces to go through. Here we go. This one is called 4 Absent Soldiers. I did this on the 26th, or I finished it at least, on the 26th of December. It took me quite a while to do it, so I don't know when I started it, but finished it on the 26th. Ooh. All right, last piece. Again, I used the acrylic down at the bottom, and up top is a ballpoint pen. This is 11 inches by 14 inches. I believe it's on Bristol board. I did this on the 27th of December, and it is called Plateau. All right, so a lot of pieces in this episode, but that's it for this episode. Next episode, I'll go through some of the pieces in 2016, however you want to say the year there. Hey, are you on Instagram? Make sure you follow me there, @Art by Troy Thomas. I post a lot of stuff there, a lot of in-progress stuff, but those only stay up for a few days or a few weeks, and then they get archived. But all the older pictures in my feed, all the finished products. So go through there and take a look at everything, so you might be able to see these a little bit better than on the screen right here like this. Also Facebook, Art by Troy Thomas, and then be sure to hit that subscribe button. I can't talk. Hit that subscribe button down below and follow me, and come back, watch more episodes. I got a lot more artwork to go through. So until the next time, have a great